Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever it is, whenever it is you watch this video. Welcome back to another installment of experimenting with coin grading. Today, we have finally made it to the silver section of this 1959 proof set. Today, we are going to look at the Roosevelt dime. So 1959, check that dime out. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin. Absolutely great looking coin. We are going to go ahead and we'll put this one under the scope and we'll have a look at it again. But we're going to use the same process we've been doing. We're just going to keep going with where we're at. So the idea is we're going to try to determine what we think this coin will grade at. Now, I'll be using PCGS tools to determine this grade based on some of their previous graded coins and some images there. We'll do some comparisons. I'm going to send my coins to NGC. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, this coin, we're talking proofs, and determining the better proof becomes really difficult. When you start looking at the high end of those proofs, determining and figuring out what gets deducted or what helps with the value, it becomes really hard. They're going to be a really hard grade. The big difference is your cameo versus your deep cameo. Now, a cameo strike, you're going to see some, not haziness, but almost a matte finish on the bust, on the reverse, or on the obverse, and then in the torch and that sort of, and the decorations here on the reverse, you'll see some of that there, but there's no cameo here. So I'm not going to get a cameo grade. I'm not even going to ask for it. So it's going to be a standard straight up proof. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to bring up the PCGS Coinfax website and we're going to see. Now, again, like previously with that nickel, there's a big jump in value. If this got all the way up to a proof 69, that's a high grade for this coin. In fact, there are no proof 70s. Proof 69 is the highest PCGS has. There's actually only 20 coins that have been sent in that have that grade. That to me is pretty crazy. So let's put it under the scope and have a look. And here we are. So I have brought up the PCGS website, specifically looking at the Coinfax section, and I've navigated right to the 1959 proof. You can see, I can show you the difference here. If I pop to the cameo tab really quick, you're going to be able to see right away the difference between a cameo versus a non-cameo coin. So right away, you see this kind of hazy or a little bit darkened area. There's a big contrast between the fields and the strike, and it's just not there on this entire proof set. There's just not a big difference between there. There you can see really easily that there's just not a big difference there at all. So we're going to compare. We're going to look at different areas. I'm going to move this back to the proof because there's no reason to try to compare it against a cameo because I know it won't be that. All right, now I'm back to the 1959 on that proof. So let's go ahead and look and see. Some places where we could see some wear are going to be in the facial features, this cheekbone area, these lines by the eyes, and then up in the hair. That's where they're going to want to look to see where has things worn down, these high areas. So let's look at that dime. So I have it already underneath the microscope, and you can see right there, let's look at those eye lines. That eye line right there, those are really good. But in my coin, those secondary lines underneath the eye, so that kind of show up bottom left there. Let's bring this up in a little bit larger picture. So what I would say would be to the southeast of the bottom of the eye, there are those two lines. In my coin, they're not as distinct. So this one is sitting at what PCGS likes to call 68 plus. Now you want to talk about splitting hairs, how you get the difference between a 68 plus and a 68 and a 69. That to me is crazy. But let's move on to the hair. The hairlines are really good here. Let's look at the fields. Nice, clear fields. Very good looking coin here. Let's go ahead and look down here at the bottom. There's also a couple of lines that also wear off very early in your Roosevelt dime. I'm going to try to see it there. There we go. Directly to what I would say would be the west of the ear. There's that line there that is a really good strike. That still shows there. So that's good. That's good. Let's go down here, look at the date. The date looks clean. I don't see any scratches on it at all. Really, really nice looking dime. You can see some of the mint process that's still there. You can see some of those marks there, those little bumps. So let's go ahead and flip it over to the reverse. Now that we've seen the obverse, let's look to see how the back is struck. And now we all know dimes, we want those full bands, right? So let's try to look and see right there. Nice. You can see that there are designated, you can see designated line differences in the bands going across the torches. You see some great detail in the plants to the left and right of the torch. A really good strike here. So let's go ahead and up to the top. Let's look at our torch. Again, we can see some nice clean strike. Really nice looking dime. Really nice looking dime. All right, let's go ahead and zoom out. We're going to look at this in all of its glory here. Dime is about the only coin that I can zoom out and see nearly all of it under my microscope. My stand doesn't move it up quite high enough for any other coin. But there we have our nice silver Roosevelt dime from 1959. Here is the obverse. Nice, clean strike. Really, really pretty coin. So what do we think? What do we think? I'm thinking proof 68. Proof 68 is probably the best I'm going to get. I would be ecstatic if I get to that 69. But you have to get to that 69 to really make your grading money back. But again, I'm not doing this to make money on the grade. I really just want to learn about it. And I want to see how I do at this because this is me learning right alongside everybody else. Because as I have in my disclaimer down below, this is really all about me learning. I don't know what I'm talking about. Officially, I am strictly learning alongside everybody else. So what do you think? Am I going to get that proof 68? Or what do you think we can get the proof 69? Can this Roosevelt dime be the 21st proof 69 coin in the list? I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to see. So there we have it. 1959 Roosevelt dime from that proof set. I'm saying proof 68. What do you guys say? Hit me up down in the comments below and let me know. I hope you're enjoying this little series of videos that I'm doing where I'm going through and playing around with grading coins and seeing what that process looks like. I know that I'm enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, make sure you hit that like button, tell your friends, and send them my direction. I hope you've all enjoyed it. And as always, have a great day.